Big rally in the market yesterday. Where can we expect the S&P 500 to go from here? And find out how I tripled my money in just 9 trading days. All this and more next on Invest with Jacob. Hey guys, welcome to Invest with Jacob. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and today is your April 6th update for the S&P 500. We're going to do technical analysis today and talk about the overall market and where it's headed, as well as the short-term and long-term goals of the market. So let's jump right in right now, and we're going to use Elliott Wave Theory, and if you don't know what that is, that's okay. We're going to keep it really basic. I'm not going to get in the weeds. I just want to tell you support levels, resistance levels, and targets, because that's where we make our money. And we'll talk about the money making at the end when I show you the investing account I built for this channel so that we can invest together. Okay, so let's jump right into the charts, and we're going to start with the futures. So we are currently looking live at the futures trading. It's actually April 5th right now because it's at nighttime and I released this in the morning. But as of right now, you have the big move up today, and you're getting some consolidation here at the top because we're getting ready to make another move up into the major market pivot. Now, a major market pivot is a resistance zone. As you move up into it, it will be hard to get through this area. And then once you're through it, it will act as major support when you come down. And it gives you a really good idea of where and when to place your, if you do options, to place your options with high risk reward, or to buy the market, or to buy stocks that you think will excel when the S&P goes up. We focus specifically on the S&P because it gives you kind of the broad market overview of how the whole market's doing. So what we saw today is we saw a nice rally up, really nice push over these last 2 days. And now, right now, early on, we haven't gotten to the nighttime yet when the real dark trading happens. But I expect to see another move up into the pivot here, and then some sideways consolidation, maybe even a pullback before we push through and accelerate toward our Wave 3 targets. One basic thing to know about Elliott Wave is that Wave 3s are very powerful whichever way they're going, up or down. So we saw that quickly that once the Wave 3 started down here, we started moving up. We are accelerating quickly towards our target. And the target for Wave 3 sometime this summer is going to be 4,400 to 4,600. And that's, like I said, that's a couple months out. That's our summer target. But the overall target, we've got 2 to 3 years of really, really good setups for big bull runs. And the overall target we're looking for is around 6,000 on the S&P in the next 2 to 3 years. Now, I know you think that that's a big move. That's 50% up from where we are right now, but it's just the way the numbers set up and the levels set up for us to understand where we're headed. So that's our longer term goal, a couple year goal. But our right now goal, okay, or our right now target, I should say, is 4,100. That's the baseline of this major market pivot. And then once it pushes up into this pivot, we'll see how it reacts. If it quickly pushes through, then we're on our way to Wave 3, and it will do a corrective move down, okay? And it'll come back and come into this as support. This should be where it comes down to for support. And then we'll look again to invest here as it skyrockets back up into the right, okay? Biggest thing to take away for today is that we are getting ready to move into a major market pivot. And when we get into that area, how it reacts from there, that's where I'll probably sell my calls and reload when we break out. But currently I have calls that we'll go over here in just a minute that are taking me up to this 4,100 region and doing quite well. So that's our short-term goal on the ES. These are the futures that are trading right now. For the SPY, okay, if we go over to the SPY chart. So I made an investment right in here when we got down into support. So I knew that we had a support box that should hold here. It was a pretty strong support line. And if it did hold, we were ready to skyrocket up because it was the start of Wave 3, which are very powerful. Okay, so we came down here and entered this support box. And when we did, I invested heavily in the SPY going long. And I'm still heavily invested, and we're all the way up here. And we'll take a look at my account because I created an account to trade with you guys, because I want you to understand I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm putting my investments. I'm not just saying, hey, the market's going to go up like all these other guys. I'm saying when and where it's going to go up, and when and where I'm investing, because that's how you make money. Knowing that the market's going to go up isn't really an important thing, or knowing that it's going to go down isn't hugely important. Knowing when and where to get in and out, that's what's important. Because you had all this upside, but this was choppy getting up and through here. This was all choppy trading over here, and then it pulled back to where we wanted it to and set up really nicely for a good, strong, long trade. The beauty of this trade is we know that when we get into this support box, it should hold. Okay? And if it does hold, our target is 4,100, or since we're trading the SPY, it's going to be 410 because the SPY is about 10% of the futures roughly. So our target's right around 410. So that is a 15 and 10, 25 point gain with just a 5 point risk. So if it drops down below 385 to 380, we know that we did not hold support there. So we have a 5 point risk, which we won't even realize all of because we'll close the trade. But on the upside, we can realize all 25 points of that trade, and you'll see that in my trading account here in just a minute. So this is the short term right now. We just bounced out of this support really nicely. We are on our way up on this, but our levels here are showing us that when we go back to the ES, that we're targeting 4,100, which again is the pivot. So now I want to take you in and just show you my trading account that I created just for this channel. The only trades I do in this account are for this channel, for you guys that are watching, so that you understand when and where I'm trading. So if I pull up my Schwab or my E-Trade account, sorry. Okay, I have the history up here from 1/1/21 to 4/5/21, so it's the whole year. On March 17th here, you can see I put in $6,000. On March 23rd, you can see I bought to open some SPY calls, which was the support box that I showed you, where we should hold and then go up. Okay, and currently those are trading at, if we go to my positions, currently those are trading, I bought them at 405. They are trading at 1306, which is triple my money, and my market value on that is 18,284. So bought in for 5,700, and right now it's trading for 18 grand. So if you look at my overall market account, I've done some day trading in there on some pivots during the day as well. We are at 19,479. Again, this account is strictly for you guys and this channel. This isn't my overall portfolio because I don't want to convolute it with other stocks and other things when we're only talking about the S&P 500 and how to trade it effectively. Okay, so that's today's market update. It's April, like I said, this is the April 6th update. We are looking, I'm recording this on April 5th at night. And what I'm looking for tomorrow morning is another gap up into the pivot, which will really push us higher. And then I will probably look to sell these calls at that point for the profit, find out what we do with that pivot the first time through. Are we going to push right through that pivot and come back and then be ready? Or are we going to go to the pivot and then have a correction down? So if you got any value, hit subscribe so you get the updates every single day. We're going to do these every night. They'll come out in the morning. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.